Let's finish off October in my journal in a more pretty way and not a spooky or creepy way. So let's bring in some pretty vibes into my journal. And if you would like to see how these fun pages come together, keep it locked right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification if you would like to see fun, creative ideas to try in your planners or journals. And let's get to the pretty supplies we have. It's been a while since I used some printable stickers. So I picked up a couple of the new releases from the new sticker sheets from the new release from Planet Derby. I printed them out in multiple orientations and I have them sized down a bit also, just so that we'll have various sizes to work with. And these were from last year. So these were kind of the stained glass look. So I thought the colors from this went really well with the colors in the new sheets. So again, I printed them on A4 sheets. And I do have tutorials on how you can print and cut stickers on your Cricut software, even if you don't have a Cricut or a Silhouette. And I have my usual tools, my gyro cut and my cutting mat and all my essentials. And yeah, so my Cricut was just, I had not used it all of summer. So it did have some trouble connecting. So I was just in a hurry and I did not spend more time figuring out the tech side of it. So I just use my gyro cut and cut around all these elements. And if you notice, some parts of it have not been cut perfectly, but I think it's fine because I was just rushing through it because I was rushing to film. And as you know, I had been traveling and things were just all over the place. And there was so much work that had piled up with a few releases. And I know once you travel, you just fall off track. So I'm just trying to see how I can combine the colors. And if you did not see, there's a Live Love Posh release happening this week. It happens on the 15th. I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but there is a holiday release coming from Live Love Posh, and that happens on October 15th. And then there's a journaling release that happens a week from there. So my package should be here soon. So I'm rushing to kind of finish off the rest of the work so that I can focus on the gorgeous journals from Live Love Posh. And this is real time. So you can see how I'm just being careful lifting the stickers because the details on these hand-drawn illustrations are just amazing. And I also have recommendations for sticker paper if you are not sure what paper would be best. So I have all that information. You can find all of those products linked either in the description or in the comments where I will have it pinned so that it stays at the top even if more comments get added to the video. So all of these washi tapes are from Planything, and Planything also should have their October sub box, which will be the last one for now, at least for this year, is what she has announced so far with the new tariffs and all the changes that are happening. So that is going to be our first Dutch door. And my code Priya10 can be used at Planything. And the journal I'm using is a B5 from Archer and Olive. So even at Archer and Olive and Live Love Posh and a few other shops. So again, please find all that information down in the description. And for Planything, the code is not valid on current sub boxes, but my affiliate link will be in the description, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you who shop through my link. And at Live Love Posh, also, the code is not valid on Posh bundles, box sets, and Posh boxes. So there is a Merry and Bright bundle that is coming. So you have the cover, the inserts, and the journaling kit, and all that. So for those bundles, the code is not valid. And this release from Planet Darby, I believe it was. I have not been up to date with the releases, and there's so much happening in the planner and journaling community. So I can't say I have caught up on every single event or update that's happening, but I'm just trying to make sure that I use some of the new products. So that's why I picked up a couple of sheets, and even Let's Plan with Sarah, who again hand illustrates all her art. I did grab a couple of sheets from her as well. And this is the first Dutch store. Again, some of it was actually going onto the sticker sheet. So that was why I had a bit of a trouble separating the page. And the scissors I'm using along with that paper clip, the big and the small scissors are both from Journal Say, and so is that clip. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off a Journal Say. And they have a lot of amazing products. So definitely check out the store. And over a certain amount, they ship international for free. And I don't think you would have a problem getting to that minimum amount, which is like a $29 or something. And my code can be stacked at Journal Say. Just FYI. And these masks, they were meant for, I believe, the life of a showgirl, the Swiftie. Darby is a Swiftie. So I see that it is based off those colors. And of course, the turquoise or the teal is kind of Darby's brand color as well, part of brand color as well. So it makes total sense when she combined it with some of these other jewel tone shades. And Darby's stickers are always so unique. I love to support her in whatever way I can. And this is the same sticker in a different orientation. So I do get asked how I do that effortlessly. So I show how simple it is to do that in my tutorial. And let me know if you need a further in-depth tutorial on how you can achieve that. It's been a couple of years, so that was towards the start of my YouTube channel. And I might come back and do like a newer version of the tutorial, because I do get asked that question a lot. So let me know if that would be something you would be interested in. And the gyro cut, also this tool I'm using is called a gyro cut, and I have a tutorial on that as well, because that was another widely requested one. And I have loved every bit of it. I have used it a lot. And please find the gyro cut also linked below, because there is a lot of options when it comes to knockoffs in the market. So just be careful and spend those few extra bucks and get the original one. All the products I'm using have been linked below. So I really want to bring in this stained glass window. And yeah, those bats can actually look at the details on those, because when I went to Europe, when I was traveling, and I've been to a few countries in Europe, and of course UK, yes, just the central part of London. So stained glass has been, I really love the details on it, and whenever the sun rays hit the stained glass, the beauty is just undescribable. So I've always admired the art or the artistry behind all the stained glass windows or the doors or anything of that sort. So I love when that gets incorporated into such unique pieces. So that was why I had grabbed it last year. And bats and spiders are something I can handle for Halloween, nothing more creepier than that. So just trying to layer that a bit. And I think again, there are a few sheets here. So it is going back and forth between the sheets, which I have no problem with. I hope you don't mind either, because I'm trying to combine the colors that would go well right next to each other. And even this sheet, the dazzled mass, if you notice, I did change the orientation on all the masks, but the coat remains intact. Have you noticed that? Because when you flip the image, even the coat gets flipped, so it doesn't make sense. So what I did was I did come and separate that element, and then I changed the orientation back just for that coat. So that's how the coat in fact stays as it is. And all of these are very easy things you can do if you use that software. So on to the next Dutch door, and I like to keep it at the center of that stained glass, the circular stained glass image. And the rest of the elements can actually, yeah, it's not quite centered, but I think it'll do. And that is our next Dutch door. Let me know how you are liking this, and if you like to see lots of other ideas I've tried, please check out the other videos on my channel. I have journals that I use in various sizes, all the way from pocket size to A6 to B6 to A5, B5, the square. You get a good variety. And I will also have the different playlists if that's easier for you to search. I will have all those playlists also available on my channel. And there are lots of fun things I've tried. And I love to bring in lots of different mediums also. So it's like a creative process. It's very therapeutic. If you have not tried doing something like this, just don't overthink. I have had lots of people ask me how I get started, where I start. I'm really overwhelmed and worried that I will mess up the pages, but just don't overthink it. That's all I tell people. And I'm glad when people come back to me and say, that was the best advice I've gotten so far. Just don't overthink it, dive right in. There's always a learning process, it's always a learning curve. So there's always something that you're trying to improve or perfect. That's the case with everybody. So just don't overthink it. Nobody's perfect. We all learn along the way. We all make mistakes. So just go ahead and do it. I don't want to sound like Adidas. I think it is Nike, right? Just do it. Nike is the brand. Yeah. I don't want to sound like them, but I do tell folks, because I've been there. If you are worried that you will mess up the pages of the beautiful journals, you are totally wrong. You are not going to mess it up, because that's how you grow. Without doing anything or breaking into the journals or just not using them at all, there is no growth in you. Do you have that? No, there is no growth. So just dive in, enjoy the process. It's not necessarily about the end product, right? What you learned, what you tried. It's that satisfaction and that sense of achievement. And I've had journals sit on my bookshelf for 2 years straight. They would just sit there and stare at me. And then one day I decided, you know what? I'm not going to wait until the start of the year, or I'm not going to even wait for the start of a month. I'm just going to do it right in the middle of the month. I think it was the 18th or 20th of a month when I decided to jump into my very first journal from Archer and Olive, and down I went into the rabbit hole. So I'm not sad, I'm not guilty that I did, because I love the Archer and Olive journals. If you are looking for good journals, Live Love Posh is also coming out with their A5 journals, and I'm super excited. I'm just, as of the time of editing, I've not gotten my package. So I'm eagerly waiting for mine. They looked stunning. And do you have any suggestions on what I could use the journals for? Because I do have a few ones that I'm currently using, but I would really love to start with the journals right away. So let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for just stunning journals. I do have a couple of ideas in mind. I was just thinking about how those pretty journals can be used. And please find all that information in the description. And please wait for my full unboxing and genuine reaction on first impression on those journals, because the release is amazing. So just going back and trimming some of those sticker paper ends that are sticking out. And I'm trying to locate this sheet, so that I can finish the back page. And I'm also linking Darby's Etsy store. Please find that. And I'm not an affiliate or a rep. She's a good friend of mine. And she does have her PR team. And if you need a discount code for her shop, please let me know. Or you can just check out her Instagram, and she has her latest affiliates for this quarter highlighted on her page. So you will have the reps and their respective codes available easily if you want to go pick up the sticker sheets. And these sticker sheets are also still up for purchase. I grabbed the digital version, and if you still are looking to get the stickers for this year's Halloween, I would suggest you grab the printable version, because I'm not sure whether it will get to you on time. And that's the advantage of the printables, right? You have the files available to you right away. And you can obviously play around with the sizing and have fun with all sorts of combinations. So this is the back side of the Dutch door, and I love that I can just put this together in a second. Can you see that? And those bats again, those colors, those deep blue colors. And even the stained glass, it is just perfection. Over the years, I have bought a lot of Darby stickers, but I think the stained glass ones, especially the bats and the spiders, and that sheet, I think, is one of my absolute favorites. And now let's see, what do we need for the finishing touch? We need one more of those masks. Again, I was in a hurry while I cut into these sheets. I was talking to somebody, and then, yeah, I was just doing that alongside. One of my friends had called. We had been trying to get hold of each other for so long, and when she called, I thought, okay, why not? This is a mechanical job that I can do while I concentrate on the conversation. So that was what I was doing. And looks like I did not do a very good job, but I think it's okay. That's fine. So I just wanted to also point out that even if you don't have any of the cutting machines, just having the images sized using the software and then cutting by hand should be easily achieved, because the images are all perfectly aligned and the orientations are all correct. Yeah, I love that I do this because I feel that the look of the washi pretending to go even behind all these elements, that gives the whole Dutch door a very unique touch. And this is the next Dutch door complete. So I think I will go for one more Dutch door and then finish with the whole thing. Yeah, so I would really like to use that globe, that snow globe. And I'm assuming that's again that showgirl being featured, the life of a showgirl, the Taylor Swift that who recently got engaged. I believe that's a reference. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Because, yeah, so I believe that's it. Because from the way it looks to be a very romantic, or it could be a music. Let me know if you have some clarity on that. I myself don't know, so I'm just assuming that is the case. And they looked gorgeous, and in any case, so it doesn't really matter what it stands for, does it? So the cauldron can possibly sit at the bottom, or yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'm just going with those dotted lines to kind of place it straight, and it does look really pretty right next to those blues. And next we'll bring in the striped purple washi. And this is, again, it's really fun, colorful, and bright. So I think I will just trim off the washi at that point, right where the cauldron meets the washi. And let me know if you have done something like this and if you are team printables, or do you like the physical or the tangible stickers, because not everybody is comfortable with the printable stickers, but especially if you're in an international girly, printables are your best friend because you don't have to pay the crazy shipping fees and the even more crazier wait times, because there is no Michaels or Hobby Lobby to walk in and grab stuff. So you need to pay for everything. And the prices are just keeping on going up. There is no question of even a plateauing on that. The prices are just going up. So printables are your best friend, and you just need to put in that extra time and effort to print them out, size them the way you want. Again, you do have lots of options when it comes to that, right? So I love that I can do it. And this is something I can do anywhere, anytime. I don't even have to be at my craft space or anywhere, because I can just go ahead and do all the sizing. And then when I get back to my table, I can print them, and my Cricut is right there. So that can be done while I'm doing something else. So it is not a big deal. And I love when I can just do that in batches so that I'll have all the sheets ready for use. Let me know if you have shopped any of the Halloween releases and the 2026 planners and all the new products coming for the upcoming year. We are right in the middle of October, and very soon we'll be looking at January 2026. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely nuts. And I have kind of figured out my lineup roughly. I'm yet to go through them one by one and then finalize. So my lineup video should be coming by November, or at least by early December. I don't think that will be that late, because as an international planner, again, I need to do my work way ahead of you guys back in the States. So I like to have things sorted out ahead of time. And I love when I get that checked off so that I don't have to stress about things getting to me on time or anything of that sort. And let me know if you are using a journal, or if you're thinking of adding journal or journals to your lineup for next year. And I would really love to hear. And what planner or planners are you going with? I'm just really excited, because this is a time when a lot of new folks discover our amazing community. Also, this coming weekend on the 19th, I have this month's collab, and guess who I'm doing a collab with this month? It's Stephanie at Squared Plans. I have been a long time admirer of her creativity, and she just never ceases to amaze me with all the creative things that she does. So I was excited when she agreed to do a collab with me. And that video should be coming, and we will be doing a fall kind of spread. Stay tuned for more updates on that. And I'm bringing in some final elements to the last page of the Dutch door setup. And I'm trying to also make sure that there is a good balance in the colors. And the spider can, I love that spider, because again, the details on the spider is just amazing. And we could also bring in a couple of these pumpkins, because the goals or the coasts are not, I'm not planning to bring them in. And this is, I think, right behind that cauldron. Yeah, just about there, so that we can see a bit of the pumpkin as well. And then the spider. The spider can, I'm just being very careful because I don't want to rip his or her legs. And with such gorgeous details, think you're also afraid of those getting lost. Oopsie, I think I ripped one of its legs, but it is fixable. I'm not worried. Yeah, I'll just have to assemble that. Because with such intricate details, if the cut is not deep enough, I think it was not, it does not come out well, but it's fine because, again, this was in a rush. And if you use the cutting machine, it comes out neatly. So, yeah, you wouldn't even know that had those were fractured limbs. And we have some more white space to fill on the last page, and I wanted to bring that quote right there, but then I thought we could have the things or the mask or some of the elements moved a bit here and there, but I thought with all these colors happening on the right side, I might have to, yeah, I think it makes more sense if I move the quote onto the left page so that we can bring in a lot of the black from all the elements going on the right page. So now that we have that kind of decided, let me just go ahead and cut around this stained glass house, and you see how, and this is real time, I'm not speeding it at all. So just making sure that I go as close to the element as possible, and I'm holding it like a pen. And again, if you are not sure on how to get started, because there's a 300-degree swivel blade, so it is good that the tutorial really shows you what you should look for and what part of the blade should go on the page or the paper you need to cut so that you can do a seamless job. And that is as easy as that. So I also wanted to show you how you can do this. So now let's try and place this. So I thought I would just put it here. Let's see. And the sticker paper is really forgiving, so it's not a big deal even if I had to reposition it. So I think that looks perfect, and that coat can go perfectly there. And I did not want to make it too spooky or too Halloweeny because I myself don't celebrate Halloween. But with such fun colors and gorgeous details on these, I wouldn't want to pass it entirely either. So that's the reason I decided to kind of, bring in some fun colors. And let's now do some finishing touches because the mask is there and that coat is there. So it makes total sense for us to bring some of these masks. And these are, I'm just trying to see what other colors can be brought in to bring some of that balance. And that is our gorgeous mask. And I think, yeah, that is perfectly placed. Maybe just a tad bit under there. Yeah, I think that'll help. And what else? We need some more finishing touches. So why don't we just, yeah, bring in the scalloped washi. And the scalloped washi is from Plani Thing. And I wanted to No, maybe, yeah, the flat edge can come towards the side, because the scalloped edge, I think it does give a bit more of a dimension when it comes to the section on the left page. And yeah, let's just cut right around there. And I think that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. And we will also have some more of those colors. Yeah, let's just bring in this washi now. And just finishing off that side, because it brings a lot of the other colors that are going on. And I think there is a good balance now that we have these washes down. And that's the collab video with Stephanie. That's just a small sneaky peek. And as you can see, I'm not filming this in the right order you will be seeing the videos in. So that, I think, came out super cute. And let me know how you are liking this. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And we also need some more finishing touches, of course. And please check out the other videos I mentioned, along with all the other shops and other. Even last year, I had done a Dutch door setup using just the stained glass, the houses, the stained glass windows and houses, and all these elements, and also those goals, the ghosts. So please check out that video. That was very popular. And this time I thought I will switch it up a notch, and that's how I decided to combine it, because those sheets, again, as I mentioned, are some of my absolute favorites, with such intricate details on those stained glass. I would really love to use it more than once. And you can't do this often, you know. I mean, you could, but it is not a year-round spread. So just taking off some of the white paper in between those spider legs, just making sure I don't end up with more casualties with the spider. So let's see. I think that spider, I'm not sure, but the mask, I don't want it to get too crowded there. So maybe right at the top, you know, just going off the page, just like so. Yeah, I think that'll do. And there are, as you can see, still a lot of elements left unused. But I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it. I can just keep it in my stash and use it as and when I need it. And that's some of those florals I'm sprinkling around here. And we also have this potions, set of potions that can sit right there. And yeah, I think it's a good spot for that. And we will also have this piece of deco. And again, this I believe was requested by Shamiza. So that's why Shamiza is one of Darby's reps. So I think that is why you have Shamiza's name on the sheet. The theme must have been requested by Shamiza, I'm assuming, because when I was part of the rep team, I was the I was part of the very first rep team as part of her friends team. I was part of the very first one, and I think she does an amazing job of picking her reps, and they come out with all sorts of fun ideas to try and use with using her newest release items. And I will just come and cut this spider, and as you can see, you have more sneaks of the collab video coming over the weekend, and stay tuned for that fun one. And I'm just using the remaining part of the spider right there, and I'm just filling up some of that white space and nothing more than that. And I think that is pretty much done, and I will throw in a few of these elements also, just so that we will have some pops of black. And let me know how you like this. Yeah, just a few sprinkled here and there. I think that is it. I'm not adding any boxes this time. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.